Hi.
I just didn't want you to say anything too crazy.
Yeah, I was just about to. I'm going to say that's going to start with me swearing then, isn't it?
No. As soon as I was about to start, I went up and stopped you before it.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't want to be picking those up.
I don't think that way it's going to work.
I can move over here, by the way. I've just plunked myself here. This is a very experimental podcast this evening, so please bear with us while we find our rhythm. Right, I'm just going to go and chuck another log on the fire because that was the thing I needed to do before we went live.
Go and chuck another log.
I don't want it to go out while we're up here, you see.
Hello everyone. Don't worry, I'll be back in a sec. We're in a different location. Stay with us if you're joining now. Give us a wave, Cat. Does everyone remember Cat? Also, if the audio sounds a little bit, let us know. Lindsay's just sticking another log on the fire and it should be up.
So you're lost for words. Just did like totally silent.
No, I was just trying to think where we can sit. So if we equal it, I can sit on right in the middle.
Oh, yes then. Pass us a can of that Coke. That should be in the Sprite that I need.
Has anyone tried these yet? Oh, it's just not focusing. Wait, do I influence it?
I've not done any sharing of the things. Thanks.
No sharing of the things.
No sharing of the links. So we're in a completely different setup. And out there
Well, I can see it from your
is the full moon. There's some very dirty windows. But
Let me see if we can show you.
You know, that's behind.
Oh, that's so cool.
Do you see the full moon? Oh, there it is.
That is weird. Hold on.
If I turn this off a second. Look at that full moon, guys. It's gorgeous.
Hold on. Face it at me. It's got to catch up. They told you it was an experimental evening. That is so cool.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Just don't mind us. Like. Well, we are a different podcast for a reason, and the whole "a different" is that we're just completely amateur, giving it a best shot.
If you haven't worked it out by now, it is literally the word we use to cover how non-professional we are, but how way more fun we are, right?
Yeah, definitely. We don't take anything too seriously, do we?
MD Razor, hi.
That's Rachel with
Throw up some love heart hands if you can with your broken wrist. Oh, beautiful. I just thought, maybe Lindsay, do you want to tell us what happened to your...
Do you want to put the ring light back on? Do we need it or not? So maybe, does it make a difference?
Yeah.
Who's the hedge? Matilda, is that you?
So, this month is National Roller Skating Month, and I planned on doing loads of skating, but look how it's going to how it was going to how it is. What do they say? That pop.
How it's going...
How it's going.
Oh! How it started, how it's
Yeah,
going.
yeah, so how it started to how it's going.
And how's it going?
Yeah, it's not going anymore, so that's very frustrating. I'm going to come onto the live so that I can see who's chatting to us.
I know, I feel like I'm doing real like loosey-goosey, like I'm normally like looking at controls and is the audio on and is this, and now I feel like, no, I'm just going to sit here and have a chill.
Oh, it's
That
quite
could have
cute.
turned off and I've got no idea. Oh, thank you.
It actually,
What a team.
it looks lovely, doesn't it? I really like it. What a cute little setup.
This is exciting.
Matilda, is that you? Student digs were being asked. This is not student digs. However, you brought your students in for the first tutoring.
Well,
today.
they're online, yeah, so that's how we knew that the audio would work.
Ah, very cool. No, so this is a bus. We are currently at the top front of a double-decker
I'm
bus.
just freaking out by
I know, I love that we're on a
the
double-decker bus.
cookie flavoured sparkling drink.
Cat's like on a drink.
Who has tried these Oreo? I thought it'd be a nice little, it's Coke Zero, so you know I'm already
Have a
in.
smell.
I originally got
Does it
these
smell like
because I
cookies?
thought they'd be gross.
They're not.
That's what I mean, that's a bit of a...
I know, I thought they'd be gross too, but they're actually not.
Kat, what do you think? New fave drink.
I'm in shock. That's a busy drink that tastes like a cookie.
It tastes like ice cream soda.
Do you know what? I don't like ice cream soda, but that's... I
Nicer.
like that.
Yeah, I don't like the drink ice cream soda. I
Yeah.
like an actual Coke with ice cream in it.
Ice cream soda ends up going to like a certain taste in my mouth that's just like, it's too creamy, that I don't like.
It tastes like Oreo.
Yeah,
It does taste like Oreo, you know.
It's actually really nice.
Lee Coops, oi oi, how's the bus?
Hi, kids! It's going very well. In a little bit, when we're a bit further in, we'll take you to look downstairs because compared up here is quite stark, and then down there it's so cozy.
Yeah, don't worry guys, this isn't exactly what it looks like. Lindsay's been very busy. She's, it's fun though, I think it's quite good. We'll leave the excitement going. People can see what a renovated bus looks like.
Well, I'm going to say like this, I'm just looking at what you guys can see on here, and it looks nice. Other than the ceiling, everything that you can see is done, like the paintwork, like, and you can see all the colours, the green, the yellow, the black.
I'm in the way of this one behind here, I don't know if you can see. That one is purple, I might just be in the way a
Yeah.
bit too much, but I'll stay out the way just for a second.
I'm just so distracted by that full moon up there. Like,
Should we take you back to the full moon a second? Just
the
'cause-
windows are so dirty though, that's the only trouble.
Just because it's happening. Don't worry about that. Look at that full moon. It's huge.
So if anyone's experiencing any change, it's all in the plan. And obviously I've been an expert on change this week. Like, talk about dropped in at the deep end, isn't it?
Changed so much that we changed the topic of the podcast because Steph got the week wrong. But more importantly, it is the week of change. So how apt. I love it.
How do you cope with change? Are you
Careful now.
quite a typical
I've just got it.
autist there when it comes to change?
I hate change.
Yeah.
I hate change.
See, I'm
But
opposite.
Yeah.
I love change.
do you really?
Yeah.
But
I get bored so
Can't relate.
easily.
Autism,
I get bored so easily. I need a bit of
But that's
change every now
that's
and again.
the novelty brain kicking in. But then there's
oh yeah, not in terms of novelty, 100%.
yeah,
But
bit of structure and
I like
routine.
to flick through the few things that I like to do rather than completely change it altogether.
Well, change equals safe. No, sorry, not change. Being the same equals safety to a lot of people. I
Yeah.
think that's the.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's it. I get used to a certain way of being, and then because it's not even as if. So the change from summer to autumn,
Yeah.
it's like kind of light evenings to dark evenings.
Yeah,
It hits me every year.
yeah. It's
Like-
hitting maybe.
And I'm just like, oh, I can't go out now. It's 6 o'clock, and it really changes your brain.
yeah,
But I actually love dark mornings and dark nights.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know why my brain has this. He just has to fight me on everything.
I think it's probably a lack of vitamin D though. I think
think
it's
so.
definitely a connection between ADHDers and struggling more with that lack of vitamin D. So it's a chemical.
Definite lack.
Yeah, it's a definite chemical, physical change. So that's why you're feeling that struggle because mentally you're like, I'm ready for this. Dark nights, you know, it's cozy. I can get the fire going.
The fire. I can't wait to show you the fire. I can't wait to literally. So Saturday we're staying here, right? You've been here a week, bless you. But Saturday she's got some company. Steph times 2 actually.
Yeah, 2 steps are coming to stay on Saturday, which is exciting. Which considering every day this week at about 3 o'clock, it's just been me on my own. So I was quite looking forward to a bit of company this evening.
Can you imagine?
Anna says she loves your glasses, Steph.
Oh, thanks, mate. Cheers. I've been blind this week, and every time I take them off now, I get a bit of migraine. So I think that's me wearing them for good now.
Yeah. Mark's saying about is it still decorated? I think it means for Halloween and to take us on the tour. We'll definitely do a little tour very soon because we don't want to lose. We're worried that if we move, the connection might break up, and if we do that, we'd rather that be kind of at the end of the show. So you might get a kind of abrupt, very strange ending.
I've just realised my feet are on camera as well. Do not put that to Wiki Feet. If I do, give me 5 stars. Don't let me find out my feet are on Wiki Feet and I got like half a star.
I thought you were getting yours out there, Caroline. I want to wicket yours out as well.
Help us out, get the views up, get the feet on.
And then Coops is saying it's a massive difference to when he last came. So I'm glad that the difference is visible.
Yeah, definitely.
You get used to it. So even I went through some old footage and it was only July. None of this had been painted. None of the boxes had been painted. So actually, there was quite a lot of action over the summer.
You should be
completely
really
different
proud of
vibe.
yourself, man.
Yeah.
You should definitely be proud of yourself. I agree. This is a hell of a feat. And you know when you were like considering it and we're all like, Jesus.
Yeah.
We're now at the point where like we're close to being done.
I know.
You're about to. We've
Upstairs.
moved in.
Yeah.
to the-
Well, that's the thing with this whole change thing. It's like it was very sudden. Like I suddenly was told you can't move this on.
Can't drive.
You can't drive. I'm self-employed, so then it was like, well, how am I gonna get to all my different jobs? I mean, yeah. So luckily, I'd got this option to move into the bus, but it was very forced upon me, and you know, there's no running water. It's been a completely different lifestyle, but. Luckily, I'm like you, I quite like change. I find change exciting. I look forward to it. I get really bored if I'm stuck in a rut. Like, things can change at the drop of a hat, and I'm absolutely fine with it.
Okay. So it sounds like making the change seem as an exciting thing rather than something to be feared. So what kind of things excite you about change? Whether it's
It's
this
the
time of
newness,
year or
isn't it? Exciting.
it's the newness, the fact that you get out of a routine that
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's why I enjoy being self-employed, because there's always that thing hanging over my head that everything could change next week. You know, I've always, each day looks different because I do tutoring slots, and at one point I was even working across 3 different alternative provisions, so it really, really was different, and I like that. Like, my manager quite often will get in touch in the morning and say, I'm so sorry to spring this on you, but... And I'm like, it's fine. I think because she doesn't like that change bit, so she's thinking, oh my God, if that was me, I'd hate that. Whereas I'm not bothered. I don't think about things till they're happening either anyway. So my mum came to see me, I think last night or the night before. She brought me up some stew, bless her. So I think she was worrying about me being up here, and she was like, asking about the Steph's coming on Saturday, and then asking about Friday because I'm going out with the girls on Friday. Then asking questions about Sunday, and in the end I was like, Mum, I can't think about all these things. Why are we thinking about all these things? It's Tuesday, you know. I'm very much like it. I think about it as, which doesn't always work out well, because for example with when we've been camping before festivals, I'm not thinking ahead until the festival is upon us, and then I'm like, oh, I should have done posters, or I should have done business cards. Oh, this would have been a great idea, but because
after the fact, always.
I can't always put my brain ahead of it, but that's also how I cope by not really taking it on until the day. It's that very now and not now.
Yeah, definitely.
ADHD brain, isn't it?
But I see how you try and combat that in having a diary and having a penciled in. At least you know roughly what it looks like. So you can arrive at that week and say, okay, what have I got?
That diary is my godsend. And this is why I'm a massive advocate for finding your toolkit. And it is your responsibility to make it work at the end of the day. Like, people say to me, oh, well, I just can't keep a diary. Do you think that came naturally to me?
No.
But I do make time to like sit and look through it and look ahead a few weeks and see what's coming up. And then I think, right, what do you need to do to prepare for that? And the more I've done it, the better I've got at it. So this year for Barefoot, I was more prepared because I'd learned from community the year before, you know, and remembered what things, but it doesn't always work because my brain will just decide to hijack stuff and hide information that's really important until
Yeah.
like 2 seconds before, and it's like, remember this. But I think it definitely it helps my experience as an ADHD, and the fact that I naturally am a bit more like go with the flow kind of character. I think your natural character is a little bit more wants to be organised, and wants to know what's coming. So the fact that your brain isn't wired that way, it's like, for God's sake, you're at odds with it.
Why can't I want it to be a certain way that I am? Why is it always like, it's the curly hair, straight hair thing, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. But funnily enough, I was walking down the street yesterday, I think it was, and I thought, in my head, I was having this big conversation with myself, and then I thought, oh my God, here's me. Some people, if they broke their arm, can't drive, had to make all these changes of plans, missed out on certain money-making shifts and blah, blah, blah. They'd be thinking their luck was really down and out.
I've not broke my wrist, and that's been my entire week. So yeah, I fully can see that.
But my brain was like, I am so grateful. Like, I am so happy. Look how well this just turned out. Look how and again, I have had to put a lot of work into that mindset. It's taken years of practice on one element, and then that becomes a habit, and then another element. But I just thought that is that difference between living in lack and living in an abundance mindset, that I'm not focusing on the negatives. Naturally, I'm focusing on all the positives that it's brought into my life. And I just thought, how are you thinking? I'm so lucky I broke my wrist. But it's led me to things like
it's
cooking.
amazing that you can do that.
But
it's just shown it's a practice, right? It's not something you just woke up and was like, I'm going to do this now.
Yeah, I thought I was like the most positive person ever. But I was living in this place of lack of nothing ever worked out for me, and I put in so much hard work, and I never reaped the benefits that I should, which is a typical ADHD thing. We put in like 200% effort for like a 20% outcome.
But there's still to be mistakes.
And for someone to march up and go, why didn't you do this? But I can't remember where I was going with that now.
ADHD. Yeah. To be fair, when you started that, I thought you were singing Arthur. That when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet. Do you like Arthur?
Yeah, I like Recess, but more. Recess was on at about the same. It was always Arthur, then Recess.
Yeah. Oh my God, Recess.
Yeah, Recess was wicked. Was that football? No, Hey Arnold.
That was Hey Arnold.
I liked Hey Arnold as well. Some of the students today were like, can we watch Horrid Henry? I was like, yeah. Why not? Like, these are
let's go.
year 10s. Like, but it was quite sweet to see them being quite childish. They always have to act like they're full on gangsters and stuff. So it was quite nice that they all wanted to watch Horrid Henry. Like, yeah, let's go for it. You do realise you lot are all Horrid Henry, right? I'm only joking, kids. If any of you are watching, I adore you. You obviously know what light you bring to my life.
I think it's hold on to that stuff as much as you can. I feel like Horrid Henry. That's
Wreck-It Ralph.
It just doesn't seem to be as good when
Wreck-It
we were
Ralph is
younger.
a brilliant film.
I feel like I would have loved history a lot more if I'd watched that stuff at school.
That's Horrid History.
Oh, what am I thinking of then?
But Horrid History did bring out a programme, and I really liked that too. And you're right.
Who's Horrid Henry?
Horrid Henry's just a cartoon.
Oh. What, like Dennis the Menace?
Recess and Hey Arnold were the ones. Yeah, it is a bit like Dennis the Menace. Oh, that's cute. Coops is saying he can't stop, but drop him a message when we're free, and he'll bring the bus warming gift round. That's so cool.
How lovely. Thanks, mate. Keep the live chats going, all of you. Love that. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we like it's nice actually to get back into that routine, because we missed last week, didn't we? But that's because this had all happened on the same day. And I tell you what, I've just been feeling so drained. And then, that happened as well, and I was like, I can't process everything that's happened all in one go.
I know exactly what you mean.
Needed it.
Between tech problems and suspected endometriosis, which I've got a letter on the 28th. I've got my appointment. I'll take you guys with me. Hopefully that can get some help. But
I'll be taking them.
we don't know what to expect. I'm hoping. I'm just going to go with a ton of research, a ton of don't mess me about, a ton of attitude, and be like, do not make me wait 10 years.
Yeah, that's the
hold
thing.
them by the throat.
Getting the appointment's one thing, but then it's like, you're going to get
The
any
fobbing
outcome
off
from
and
it kind of thing. Yeah, and even when you expect that they're going to be like, oh yeah, actually that's really serious. They just look at you, gone out, like, well, what do you want us to do? Okay.
But it means I've been really struggling to have that gratitude side of me. I've been really like down in the dumps, but you're saying that this is the time when stuff is getting draining, stuff is being taken.
It totally
you don't
is.
need. What's going on right now with the full moon? What kind of moon is it? A hunter's moon, I saw.
Yeah, the hunters. The names like that just come from the Red Indian, or different names come from different areas of the world, but it's to represent what's going on at that time. So there's one that's the worm moon, but that's because all the worms are coming to the surface. So there's like the actual name of the moon is nice because it kind of keeps you in touch with the cycles of the actual Earth. So that's why the harvest moon, time of the harvest, but. I think it's the full moon in Aries, but don't quote me because I'm not sure about that. I just know that it's the biggest moon of 2024, and it's really, really powerful in the sense that there's so much change happening. But also, if you've been working towards something and not really seeing the results that you want, that change is coming. So keep kind of going and keep the faith. But also, I did see this thing earlier. It said something like, you're tested the most just before you elevate. So if you feel like you are being really tested, it's you being given that opportunity to test out those skills that you've learned during this stage before you progress to the next stage. I always kind of see life as a bit of a boxing ring in the sense that you learn a few skills. So you might go through a fallout, or whether that's a friendship or a romantic relationship, and you learn to stand up for yourself. And you think, okay, that felt really uncomfortable, but I did it, and and whatever the outcome.
Right.
But then a month later, you find yourself in the same situation, and you could just think to yourself, oh God, what's wrong with me? Why does this keep happening? Or you could see it as, no, you're just being tested now. You've learned that skill. Here's a chance to use it again, and to kind of make sure that you are actually learning your lessons and moving forward. And then when you display that same skill again of standing up for yourself, saying no, I'm not comfortable with that, then you will progress on to the next lesson, as it were. So that's how I view life.
No, literally, I feel like that's the second time today I've heard something you said and been like, it's like a video game.
Yeah.
And then I realised video games are based on real life. That's kind of put that way around. But it is literally like, you never earn a skill and then go and fight the boss with it.
Yeah.
You have several opportunities to use
strengthen
that skill,
it,
strengthen it. Okay, I get it.
And then when you move
real
on to the
life
next
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, because then when you move on to the next level, that skill that took so long, that's just one of your armory then, isn't it? That's, and then you learn another skill to add to that toolkit, and you still keep going back to that skill, but you're then working on the next one.
Isn't that crazy that with World of Warcraft, I understand that, like, mining your skills takes a long time, but in real life, I'm like, why can't I edit now?
Yeah, but that's because we are blessed as ADHDers with a certain level of impatience, and it's part of the lessons is learning how to cope.
Do you not think there's a certain level of intuition that only gets you so far as well? Because like I look at a camera, I look at a bit of tech, and I'm like, I know how to use this, and then until it comes to the nitty gritty, and I'm like, and it catches me every time. I'm like, my ADHD really is good at convincing me that I know everything about this. I really don't.
It's a strange feeling though, isn't it, when your brain does open up to that next level of, oh, there's so much more to learn about this that I took for granted.
The more I look into that, the more I realise I don't know anything.
Yeah.
But
that's awareness.
Yeah, and that is literally, I think it was Einstein or someone that was literally like, the more you know.
Yeah, the less you do know.
And that's kind of like,
that's true wisdom.
You kind of know that someone's a bit of an idiot if they're like, I know everything about this.
Yeah.
It's kind of a telltale, like, they can't.
It totally
the more
is.
someone learns about something, the more it's like, what?
That lack of awareness though, I mean, I had a post flash up on my timeline today that I'd done last year, and I really needed the message today. So again, I'm a massive believer that it's all divine timing, and I very much trust the process. If something happens, just going back to the mindset thing actually, then remind me to say about this post. If something happens, I don't go into that thinking, I used to, but I don't go into it anymore thinking, why me? Why has this happened? This is such a issue, if only this hadn't have happened, this would have gone smoothly. I now go into it thinking, why, like, what is this trying to teach me?
Okay.
What about now is this, trying to kind of strengthen so that I can move on to the next thing? And I think that trust in the process A, makes things turn out better,
Yeah.
but B, makes it feel that bit better because you're going into it not thinking, like with this, oh, for God's sake, this has really put a stick in the works, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I was thinking, at least it's not the left hand.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You look at the positive, don't you? It's not my dominant hand. What is it trying to teach me? Well, it forced me onto the bus. You know, it forced me to try building a fire every day, cleaning a fire every day, cooking on a fire, like warming my kettle up on the fire. It's
Give me a little trial.
yeah, it forced me to do that. Maybe I wouldn't have done it so soon if I hadn't broke my wrist. So I think, yeah, mindset-wise, anything that happens, even if it is a huge, horrible thing, thinking to yourself, okay, what can I actually gain from this, rather than why has this happened to me, is really beneficial. But going back to the Facebook thing, it popped up saying, this month is ADHD awareness, but never mind that, some of you just need to be more aware of yourself. Anyway, and I think that is so true, because I've woken up this morning to quite a lot of hate on my different human design Facebook videos, and sometimes people really lash out, and I think they forget that there's a genuine person. Well, I don't even know if they do, or if I think they hope
I
that
think
people
they
are
really
feeling
are.
upset.
Yeah.
They
want
so
to
hurt themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
They want people to hurt.
People's
as well.
warriors.
But it's, yeah, and it is
Yeah.
keyboard worrying. And I just thought, do you know what? That is
What war are you fighting? I'm building a bus.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's like, just move on. But I thought I needed to hear that, because that was on my personal account, and I am going to share it on the Different Human Design account over the next few days. Just saying, like, you know, it is ADHD Awareness Month, but some of y'all just need to be aware of yourself. Like, let's all just look after ourselves and not worry about what everybody else is doing, and the world would be a nicer place.
Oh yeah, turn that awareness inward. Let's try and work out who we are, so we can be better for ourselves and other people, be a nice addition to our societies, to our communities.
The amount of times, though, that people roll their eyes about this ADHD awareness thing, and it's always the people that I suspect are ADHD anyway.
Exactly.
It's like, you exhibit all of the signs. Why are you so kind of against it? Like, it doesn't matter to you if we're talking about awareness.
The second you start rolling your eyes at something that people suffer with, like, actually question what perspective are you coming from? Like, what does it take away from you if people have ADHD? Why is it annoying you that people are bringing it up right now? Because if you watch TV, then you'll notice these things come in themes. So, Married at First Sight, there's currently 2 people with ADHD. It's a very prominent part of it. Last year it was autism. A lot of people and stuff. People, you know, there was someone in Love Island or whatever. Paris. So everyone seems to be, and everyone's like, why is it coming out now? And I'm about to tell you exactly why. Are we ready?
Yes.
Let's have a sip.
Lean forward.
I'm showing my crotch.
You're gonna forget now what you're saying.
What does it say? It helps with funding. Research! The more we gain awareness, the more we put it out there, the more people with money see it and go, people need help with that. I can help there.
Do you know,
it's brilliant.
Yeah. Do you know one of the things I am reluctant to do as well? So I got an email from someone else that was promoting ADHD awareness this month, and they were like, oh, did you know that like 2 to 5% of the population have ADHD? I actually think it's far higher than that. Oh, yeah. And that's why I don't use statistics.
Have you seen the new study that came out? It was ADHD, what are they called? ADHD AF? James and
the
adult ADHD
podcast.
Yeah.
The ADHD adults. They're the ADHD adults.
The guy people that do the seed talks, right?
Well, James
does the seed talk. So yeah, he put a post saying about this new study that's happened. So I went and looked at it. And they've compiled around 118 or so studies that looks at different populations. So in a doctor's setting, when you look at people that are actually diagnosed, the statistic is somewhere between 4 and 4.5 or something. When you look at clinical settings where people have done research, so people have had to fit the criteria upon a survey, you're looking around, I think it was 6 something. But in the surveys where people are giving their own reports, then it went up to 8%. So we're looking at it being around more than 5 to 8%.
Yeah.
And it's so like, of course.
Yeah.
And like you say, we've all blooming got it. And that's still, like you say with statistics, they can't be trusted because the amount of times I talk to someone about ADHD, like you say, oh, that's not really a real thing. And I'm looking up and going, it is, and you've got it.
That's
And
why
that's-
you don't think it's a real
Yeah.
thing.
And that's just one of the people within that statistic that have no idea
Yeah.
they have a condition. Maybe they don't need help with it. Maybe they think that they have an addiction problem and it's not ADHD.
Yeah, that's
or
more like
depression
it.
and
They
it's
have
not.
got issues,
Yeah.
but they don't.
I don't have
relate them.
ADHD. I just get really angry sometimes. And It's
Yeah.
like, well,
I just can't maintain a job, a relationship. I'm unhappy with myself. I'm
My
depressed,
mood.
and I've got an addiction. But I've not got ADHD. There's a reason for all of those things. But
It's
even
brilliant.
this is again why I started when I first started the platform. I started sharing ADHD inspiring celebs.
yeah.
But then I quite quickly stopped because a lot of the celebs I wanted to share haven't come out as ADHD. So either, they're not bothered about coming out as it or they don't
Yeah.
realise or whatever. And I was like, I'm now in this position where people talk about the same ADHD celebs all the time as these
Yeah.
shining beacons of, as an ADHD person, you should be aspiring to be like this person. Well, that can be quite off-putting because you're just thinking, well,
I'm
I'm
Lady
never
Gaga.
gonna. Yeah, and my mum's partner, for example, fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
That's the example they give them. Well, Lady Gaga has got it, and she gets fine. Lady Gaga's got the money to take a day off. Like this guy's self-employed. If he doesn't go to work, he doesn't earn.
That's just the start of what that woman can do with
Yeah,
her money. Do you
and
know what I mean?
and it's just so using these celebrities is a bit of a naff thing anyway. But
Yeah.
in my opinion, a lot of people that are in theatrical, creative, those kind of roles, they're all neurodivergent to a certain extent. And the
Right,
reason
right.
they're not struggling is
Mhm.
because they're expressing them. They're living in an environment that allows them to be themselves.
Yeah.
They're not trying to get up for a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
trying to conform to expectations that don't suit their
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, I had to restructure the whole thing.
Weird is
Yeah.
normal because everybody's
Yeah,
acting
they
weird.
applaud it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look how
Yeah.
crazy this
Absolutely.
guy is,
crazy.
Yeah, and I think it is like finding that niche. If you care what people think, you're screwed basically.
Yeah.
I've always been
Yeah.
blessed with this, either a lack of awareness of what other people are thinking, or I genuinely don't care. I'm not sure which it is.
Yeah.
But thankfully for me, because I'm not worrying too much about what people think of me. I've wore the same outfit all week. I've not got any makeup on. I'm not actually worrying about those things. Whereas I get, the more I've spoken to people, some people are.
Yeah,
They are
yeah.
trying to fit in actively
Yeah.
and worrying
Sure.
what's up with them.
It's the problem is it's that introverted extrovert that it's such a stereotypical profile that you see with the ADHD autistic. It's just they live so far out the box and
Yeah.
inside the box is so unfamiliar, so it kind of becomes easier to see things and relate to things that are outside the box.
Yeah. I'm definitely outside
And-
the box, and I don't even.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like the inside the box existed.
What box?
Yeah, I don't work with anyone that's inside the box. I don't socialise with anyone that is. So I'm a bit like, where are you all?
Yeah,
Where are
where
all
is
the
the
normies
box?
at?
Yeah, until you have to go and deliver something to a bank and you're like, oh, here they are. They're all here.
You need to go on like a little safari.
That's so true. Though.
Oh my god, a neurotypical safari, that's hilarious.
I
Just
need
peering into office
Yeah,
buildings. Like,
where are they all?
that's hilarious. Put them in the comments now. Where do we find neurotypicals?
Where do we find them seriously? Because even when me and Steph go to a networking event, for example, when
we
we
draw
went to,
out the
when we went
spices,
to
don't we?
Kirby or wherever it was, and we went to that library, and the one lady we got chatting to, she was literally into moon rituals and crystals, and she had these feminist beliefs, and she was a fantastic
awesome.
conversation. And I just thought we always, no matter where we are connected with these energies.
Yeah.
And it gets to the point where you start to think maybe we are all ADHD. I've
Do you
not
not-
met a non-ADHD for a very long time.
I think they pick each other out and it just happens so quickly. And I don't know if neurotypicals meet other neurotypicals.
I
And
just
generally
assume so.
their friendships take longer.
Oh,
But for
right,
me, it's way easier for me to connect with hey,
Yeah,
silly
authentic,
energy than
yeah.
someone being like, hi, how you doing? Yeah, weather's nice. I'm like, I can't deal with that thing. I'd much rather be like, so,
yeah.
end of the world.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on conspiracies? Is the moon hard?
Yeah. And honestly, you're not going to find me interesting if you like small talk.
Yeah.
Last week the conspiracy was that the moon was gone.
Well, probably because it was a new moon.
Let's just combat the conspiracies right now. Oh no, it's way too...
They're just getting the big light bounce back at you. I'm
get you
just
lower.
so impressed.
There it is, peeping.
I feel like that would be a nicer picture through there. I'm just so impressed that I can see it. from the bus. Oh no. It's still pretty grubby windows.
To be fair, do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to go for, not a walk, but give us a tour?
Yes.
We are 35 minutes in, and I think we've teased the people enough.
Let me get the thingy back up, like the live up on my screen, so I can see what y'all are seeing.
So this area of the bus that you're in, this is the front top deck.
Yes, and this would be a kind of lounge area. The boxes, this box goes there, and that box goes in, and it creates a nice large bed space area.
It's a little slidey Tetris.
Yeah, so built by your other half.
Cheers, Nick. Appreciate your skills.
And then remind me to say about my t-shirt as well. I've just seen it on there. I need to shout that out at the end.
Oh, wow.
My amazing t-shirt. In fact, shall I do it now?
It's a lovely t-shirt you've got on. I can't wait to hear about that.
It is amazing. I've
Beautiful.
left all the details for it downstairs. But we talk about True Vibes clothing a lot on this channel, and this one is particularly an ADHD shout out.
Come on closer with it.
So you've got the
Let's take one step back, large step back. Perfect. There we go.
it's gorgeous. It's a really.
I love the colours. I love the imagery. I love the lettering.
Oh,
It's
so
wicked.
cool.
And
very cool.
I mean, it's all my it's all my monsters. I see them.
Yeah,
I recognise those guys.
indeed. And even this front logo is really cool. It's like the colours of my car.
It's smart. It reminds me of like old radio station, like I don't know what the radio stations. Kitty 101.
But
It's that kind of writing.
I will be sharing a picture and all of the details, you know, in terms of what it's made of and things like that, because I know that. Well, I'm sure that none of you. I don't mind what a t-shirt's made of. Do you like look at things like that?
I'll be honest. My horrible skin. I'm always looking at that. The higher the cotton count, the happier I am.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So.
They are wicked t-shirts. They're really good fits.
Yeah, they
Mine's
are.
been through the wash so many times.
They are really good
And
quality.
It's still really good. The printing is really good quality. I'll put the in the description as well once we've finished.
And I'm going to be running a couple of little mini competitions to win a sticker of this.
Ooh,
Thing
I
as
love
well,
the
so
stickers.
keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll be doing something a little bit more organised. My little shout out now. I just saw it on my screen. I was like, oh my god, look at the t-shirt. It's so cool. Okay, so do you want to go to the bedroom first? Do it the wrong way around.
Oh,
Bins were up there.
we're being asked the real questions now. Do we go to the?
My wonderful little desk. How cute is this? That you can pull out. It's all been painted, so it's got a bit sticky. One minute, actually.
You wiggle
There we
side
go.
to side, is it better?
Little extendable bit.
Lovely.
And this bit extends as well, but I'm not going to knock the light over. So I can sit here and do my work, and it's like a 360 view all around.
That's very cool. All right, the views are going up. People are liking the tour.
Okay.
What do you think?
Hello.
What's the chat saying? Ooh, Inception. Inception stream. What we got around here?
Yeah, I'll turn the light on in the bathroom.
Oh yes, there's a bathroom in this double decker, guys. Look at that.
Very
little
technical.
bath. So is the sink gonna be on top of this unit?
And then that unit will be above there. So then that light will be attached into the unit.
These are the same colour as your walls.
So the walls. What's in there? And then shelves in that corner. For those that are. There's no chemical. Remember the composting toilets, that thing, and you have
Oh,
to
okay,
put
yeah.
the front and solids at the back.
Very cool.
And then there's a fan in there, dries everything out.
Fan the poop.
Yeah, fan that cool.
Love it.
There's a bed.
The stick was out there.
Ah, it's actually really hot.
We don't need fair to be bad.
Not as hot as if it was a single insulation. So at night, as the starts to go.
Apparently.
Yeah, I thought we would if we were walking around. Oh yeah. I can see
Sorry,
it on here,
guys.
it's like slowing down slightly. Oh no, you're back. I think you're back though.
I think it's back. Sorry, guys. Bear with us.
And then downstairs,
Thanks, Lou.
that's the amazing part, isn't it? It's so pretty downstairs, but it's not very bright. So
Have you got a...
I've got a mini ring light that I can walk in front of you with.
Or
Production light.
have you got a...
Torch?
What's it called on your phone?
The torch.
Yeah, the flashlight thing. See how well that does.
Right. Feel the heat walking down these stairs.
We're back, guys. Sorry, the connection goes a little... Oh, this looks wicked, Linz. Oh my God, I hope this doesn't die and you get to see this. It's so beautiful. So that's the front door. Tickets, please. £1.50 to Loughborough. It's not been £1.50 to Loughborough for a long time. And the Halloween decorations are really making it right now. Nice worked up. Is it a fridge?
Yep.
That was expensive. I know about you.
Yeah,
Got a lovely French dresser. This is gorgeous. With the kettle.
My gorgeous kettle.
Tequila sunrise. Who's seen the
I know,
kettle?
it's so nice, isn't it?
Also, you said pathetic whistle. Is that not the best thing about that? It's not going to be like...
Yeah, I suppose. When
I love
I
it.
tested it inside, it really whistled loud. But then when it was whistling on the fire, I don't know if the heat wasn't consistent enough or something. It was like... I was like, oh, that's very polite of you to not be too... How gorgeous and warm is that fire?
Things up.
Warming up my toes.
Look at that. Really get an idea of how beautiful. How chilling is that? There's some seats right here for you to chill. Another one here.
It's so weird, like watching.
And love the colours.
Oh yeah, so Lost Your Ladies video and sound of quite loads is upstairs. If you get this, is really cool to see some of the bus, and then Lou, you're back. So you're all back, yay!
We could all watch fire forever, couldn't we?
Yeah, I find fire really calming.
So yeah,
There you go.
been a week in the bus. So 4 days, 5 days?
Yeah, since Sunday. So.
Sunday you got here, right?
Yeah.
Come back
We're going to
to
be sleeping over here on Saturday night, aren't we? So that's going to be a lot different to last year when we did it, and it was literally like we were all like laid like a load of sardines in the back of the bus upstairs, and there was nothing in there, was there? At all.
It's amazing how much this is like. I can remember it being stacks of chairs in here.
Yeah.
It being a bus. Do you know what I mean? Like one that you literally pulls up at a bus stop and you get on it
Yeah.
and you pay to go somewhere. Like it's almost hard to until you turn around and see that door, which I understand is a little bit. Oh wait, maybe I can show you. Literally a bus door. I suppose. That's where I discovered the dead bodies, but.
Yeah. So I've been stashing everything. There we go, the driver's seat.
That's the...
Imagine if there was a ghost looking back at you, that would have been great.
Oh, there'd have been a Steph-shaped hole in that door. Lovely. I'll stop blinding you now. Well, it's been...
Yeah, I hope everyone's enjoyed seeing that. I love watching it on the screen, even though I'm here. I'm like, that looks so cool.
It's very cool. I kind of wish I'd started right here because this whole look with the hats and the like... So
Yeah.
if I'd looked down and been like, oh my God, that's a bus.
I know, I didn't think that you could all stand in a row with a hat on.
Pictures. Screenshot this, guys. Send us it.
That was the right size for you.
Mark says,
Like you did it himself.
it looks like a lot of room inside. It is, right?
Yeah, there is a lot of room. And definitely, if I could do it all again, I'd have just done a van and then I'd be on the road by now. But the idea of doing this is that this is going to be the community space. You know, that those doors that are there can be open, people can come on, and everything that we're creating online, we want to create so that we can travel UK and people feel like they've got a space that they can meet up, and we want to do festivals. So there is this huge vision that's going with it. And the fact that it's so big means I can move in. I think obviously van life's very, very different.
I don't mean to scare you, and it might be because the cat's at the back, but that was struggling to focus on anyone then.
But I mean, it might be these spiders though that it's trying to focus on. I'm definitely not alone up there. But it's
For
quite
reference,
peaceful.
stand up and put your arms out. Like when you think of like a yeah,
how
literally.
wide. I mean, sometimes I film content on here and I think if you're following me, you know I'm on the bus. But if you don't, if you just tuned into that video, you'd think I was just in my kitchen. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
If that was in the background or something, like it's just a kitchen.
I mean, that bit there where you are, that front panel was going to stay as like a shed, but inside where the generator is, that'll be all opened out.
Right, yeah.
So I'm going to leave the structure of it at the front because you know, right near the fire, I'm going to need somewhere for tools and things like that right near the door.
Where's so that's your fridge freezer there.
Yeah, so the kitchen end will be this end.
So you're gonna have like a washing area.
Yeah, the sink's going into that, the dresser,
Okay.
and then the water tanks will be in the cupboards.
Have a stowaway.
Is that a ladybird? Instead of rainbow.
I think so.
Them bloody ladybirds are the
It's a
bane of my
proper-
life. They're
Proper
everywhere.
Dark one.
That's a real dark one.
Probably because it's been living on here since the summer. Lost all its redness.
New tarot cards.
I know.
You tried them.
No, not yet. Them from the witch house. My mugwort, and then Lou bought me yourself.
No.
I love it. Go smudge yourself. That's what I need to say to them haters today, wasn't it? I should have just put that.
Go smudge yourself.
That's not
Or
right.
Doesn't it?
if they're too far gone, I saw a T-shirt. It said, "Not enough smudge in the world."
Yeah, that's a good one as well. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Should we say goodbye? Should we wish everyone a happy week?
Well, I'm really pleased that we've managed to do a podcast from the bus.
This is cool, right?
How amazing is that?
We'll see quite how well the tech held up. I know there was a bit of a dodgy moment, so thank you for bearing with us, guys. But it seems like it works.
Is this the first ever podcast done on a bus? Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll ignore Steve-O's RV podcast.
Yeah, and the
He's only got an RV.
There's a love bus one as well that I was just thinking about. She travels and does a podcast.
Okay, so apparently there's loads of podcasts that already have buses.
Not double deckers though. I've
Not-
never seen a double decker.
There we go. Double-decker bus ting coming to you. So, in the next year, look out for bus ting. It will be a little more developed, but this is where it started. This is actually a little further into the journey, but
Well, this is the first podcast on the bus.
Yep.
this is fun.
I'm so excited I was here for this.
Mark says, bye, thanks for the tour. Thank you for coming, Mark. We wish you could show you this in person. We'd be one of the first people we invited.
Well,
I say we, it's Lindsay's bus. I'm like, I'll invite everyone.
Been one of the first to see it, which is amazing.
100%. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour. Now we all realise Lindsay's not mad. It's actually, there's method to the madness.
Make sure you all hit like, please, and our subscribers have gone up this week, which is very exciting. Thank you very much.
It works with the sympathy and the broken wrist, not gonna lie.
Yeah, like, please.
She's starving.
And if you're not following me on social media, make sure you do, because I'm gonna have details of the t-shirt and a giveaway for the sticker.
Also, Vlogtober's been going way better over there, so you might want to go and check that out. It's very fun.
But I must point out it's a lot easier creating 2-minute TikToks than it is creating 10-minute vlogs, which are very exciting, by the way. I've really enjoyed them.
Bless you, thank you. There is another one coming. I've not given up. I promise.
I love this though. This is the
gone.
yeah. Whereas this time you're like, sod it, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. You're exercising that muscle. It's great.
Well, I appreciate the love. So go and have a look on the YouTube. Come on in, guys, and
Look,
say
we're right
goodbye
underneath
to
the
everyone.
witch's hat, which is perfect.
Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next Wednesday. Where will we be? Who knows?
Next Thursday.
Oh, next Thursday. Thank you,
What would
Kat.
they do without me?
Oh my word. Right, okay. So additionally, this is Kat, but also this is Lindsay.
This is Steph.
We're a different human design.
And this is a different podcast.
Bye.
Good night. Hey.